Hello everyone, this is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona. And today I have a fun technique card to show you. It can be used with any designer series paper, any sentiment, but today I am going to be using it as a Mother's Day card. So let me pop you down to my workspace and I'll show you the technique. Maybe you've seen this before, but I had class this week and I wanted to show everybody in class how to make this specific card and to make it super simple. So let me pop you down and I'll show you what I'm working on. What it is a fractured card or a faux shutter card. Now, I'm always a little late to the party on this. You may have seen samples of these elsewhere, but I wanted to find out how to do it. And there were lots and lots of different ways that you can make this card. However, I wanted to make it as easy as possible. So that's the design I'm going to show you today. So I will tell you the measurements, the stamp sets I used, and we'll make one so you can see how easy this actually is. So happy to celebrate you. Happy Mother's Day. The stamp sets I used were the layering leaves, and that's So Happy to Celebrate You. The perennial postage has the Happy Mother's Day. And then I did use the Petal Park stamp set along with the builder punch to create the flowers on the front of the card. So, and if you lose track of any of the directions along the way, go to my blog at KimPlaysWithPaper.com and the directions will be there as well as a replay of this video. So you should be good to go there as well. So let's first get those flowers all punched out. This is a two-step stamp. So we use an outline and then we'll fill it in. So these are the three flowers, and there will be a punch to help us punch those out so we don't have to fussy cut. I try to arrange the flowers on the paper so that it will punch the easiest from that punch, and I'll show you exactly how that works. Now, this Petal Park stamp set is retiring. However, the punch is not. So if you don't have it, as of today, it was still available. Today being, let's see, it's April 17th. All right. So then what I love about the photopolymer stamps is this is the flower base, the solid flower with fresh freesia. I inked it up. I'm hovering over the outline, and I'm just going to press down evenly and firmly where those flowers are, where the outline is, and then I'll be able to punch them with the coordinating Petal Park builder punch. See how easy that slides in through the top and lines up. I'm going to just try to get them lined up with a little bit of white all the way around. It's harder now. So I pop those out. I'm going to just set those aside for now, but we'll have them for when we are ready. The next thing I'm going to do is stamp our sentiment on a square. It's a stylish shape from the Stylish Shapes dies, the stitched square. It's about 2 inches square, but I want it on the diagonal. So I'm going to grab my layering leaves, So Happy to Celebrate You, along with the fresh freesia ink. I love purple, so this is one of my favorite inks. I'll get that inked up. You can always practice on your grid paper too to be sure that you have as much the ink that you want on it. And I'm going to be putting this square on my card at a diagonal, so I want the sentiment to go as such. Okay, so that will work for that. I'll set that aside. And while we're stamping and accruing all of our pieces, let's do the inside. So I have the Happy Mother's Day from the perennial postage, and I will just stamp that right in the middle. So happy to celebrate you. Happy Mother's Day. And it's interesting because one of the stamps is the photopolymer, the clear, the see-through, and the other is a red, cling red, red rubber. So you can see how both of those work, and they work just both perfectly. Happy Mother's Day. So that will go in the center of our card, and there is still room to write a message. All right, now let's work on that fractured look so you can see how easy this is. Faux shutter or fractured card. I will get rid of the mat here and bring in the silicone craft sheet. These are in Stampin' Up's catalog. This will help us keep the glue. So here's my designer series paper that measures 5 1/4 by 4. And the paper that I selected is from the Delightfully Eclectic package. It's 48 sheets of 12 by 12 designer series paper. And it is being retired. So right now it's on clearance for $15 for 48 12 by 12 sheets. So that's a real awesome deal if you're looking for some designer series paper. And there are lots of fun designs, double-sided designs in there. All right, so let's put our square on with, I'm just using my Seal Plus. All right, and I'm going to put that in an angle. I'm not going to make it it's in the center, left to right, but up a little more to the top than it is to the bottom. All right, so now I'm going to bring in the glue as well as some black cardstock strips. Now the recommendation is that the strips you use match your cardstock base. So I have 4 of these, and they each measure 5 1/2 by 1/4. Now they are a little long, but we'll be trimming those off. So the reason that I'm using my silicone mat is so that the glue doesn't get all over my workspace and stick to stuff. So sometimes I have trouble. Can you see that? I can't draw a straight line with the glue. Sometimes I went off the page and I had it all over and things were sticking. So this works. So I'm going to take this first piece and let me move that. And I am going to set it flush with the side and flush with this end here. So straight down. Easy peasy. Then we'll put some glue on the next piece and we'll just kind of work our way around. Again, a fractured card, a faux shutter, however you want to term it. There are lots and lots of different ways you can create this same card, but this is the easiest way for me. I'm always looking for the easy button. So then that just goes on that corner and all the way up. Again, if you lose track of what I'm up to, please go to kimplayswithpaper.com or send me a message, leave a comment, contact me via email, leave a message. I love to help, especially if you're trying to create. Then this one just tucks right in here with that. And I'll give that a little press so the glue stays. And then we just have one last piece to put glue on. And I do have some gluey fingers, but so you can see how easy this is. Works well with a ton of different designer series papers and sentiments and images, whatever you want to do. So that one's just going to tuck in here and slide right there. All right. So now what we just need is a scissor, and I had my husband clean all these scissors off the other day. And then we're going to just turn it over and trim behind here. Just trim those off. And I'll either put them in the trash or turn them upside down and get them glued to my sheet so I don't stick to anything else. Knowing me, they'd probably end up glued to my elbow or my shirt, you know, just all those crafting mishaps. All right, so then we'll get that clipped off. And we have our fractured card front. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put that on our basic black card base, and then I can decorate and embellish from there. So I'm just going to use my bone folder. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And I'll get some adhesive. I have all these half-used Seal Pluses, so I'm hoping to get them used up and then I can refill them. So I'm never sure when this is going to end, but we'll get that going. So there's our card front, and I'm going to also grab our middle and put that in the middle of our card. You can see I must have gotten a little glue crazy. And, but it can be fixed. So we'll put this in the middle. We're on our way to finishing our Mother's Day card. Be sure to visit my blog. This card is part of the Team Stamp It's Mother's Day blog hop. So be sure to follow along the other blogs, the other links to get other really great ideas for your Mother's Day paper crafting projects. All right, so with the flowers, I have my glue dots out, and I'll put a little flower here. And okay, I'm out of those. Let's start over here. Use up all those pieces that are laying about the desk. That flower will fit right in there, and then I'm going to grab a dimensional and pop the other one up. Again, find the list of ingredients on my blog and give me a shout if I can help you in purchasing anything or finding out what's available. I'm so happy to help. Glad that you're watching today. And then we just have one last piece. Do you see that little bling on there? I have to have these. These are the adhesive-backed sparkling gems. So glad that they're carrying over their silver, gold, and black. Love these. Love a little sparkle. You can tell I've been using them a bunch. So I'll grab a little one for this center and another little one for that center. And we'll grab a big one, maybe, for the middle here. So there we have it. There is our Mother's Day card for this year. So happy to celebrate you. As a reminder, it uses the sentiment, Happy Mother's Day sentiment from the perennial postage, the petal park to create the flowers, and the layering leaves for the sentiment, as well as the punch and the fractured card, or oh my gosh, the fractured card. That's what we're going with. Faux shutter. That's the other word I was looking for. Sometimes I can't find my words. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Again, leave a comment, leave a question if you have them. Be sure to get a hold of me. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Until then, happy stamping. Bye-bye.